Mr. Chair.
Okay. I'd like to call a planning commission meeting of May 12th to order. Okay, first item on the agenda, review and take action, site plan review minutes dated April 28th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'm dual tasking. Okay. Second by Krieger. Any discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, second one, review and take action, planning commission minutes dated April 28th, 2025.
Motion to approve. I think you beat me. I'll second that one too.
Okay,
My button didn't.
motion by Byer. Second by Krieger. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion pass. Okay, next section of business, public hearing for 830 West Street, request for a conditional use permit for an addition to an accessory dwelling unit exceeding 10% maximum accessory building coverage under section 550-56C. I'll open a public hearing. Okay. I'll close the public hearing. All right, section B, review and take action, 830 West Street, request for a conditional use permit for an addition to an accessory dwelling unit exceeding 10% maximum accessory building coverage under section 550/56C.
All right, so this is one of three conditional use permits for the 830 West Street property. This one is to exceed the 10% maximum for accessory building structures in the single-family residential zoning district. The maximum would be allowed under the district would be 3,833 square feet. They're requesting 4,128 square feet. That does meet the requirements for this conditional use permit. And so the recommendation would be to grant this one.
I'll motion to approve. Yeah.
Okay. Let me put, we're on B, right? Okay, motion by Talaga,
I'll second it. He was first.
second by Kenizer.
Rhythm is 4 against 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's because he's so lonely over there. No, just come over here.
Oh.
Right here by me. You can sit by me.
all right. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Do you want a motion to put C, D, and E together or we're just going?
I think we have to have the public hearings independently anyway, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, section C, public hearing for 830 West Street, request for a conditional use permit for a combination of accessory structures exceeding a total of 1,000 square feet under section 550/56C. Anybody wish to comment? Okay, then close that public hearing. Okay, so part D, review and take action, 830 West Street, request for conditional use permit for a combination of accessory structures exceeding a total of 1,000 square feet under section 550/56C.
All right, so this is another of the three conditional use permits. This one is to exceed the 1,000 square foot maximum. There's an existing barn, garage, and a shed on the property. The shed will be removed, and then the total accessory structures square footage after the new shed is included is 4,128 square feet. This meets the requirements for the conditional use permit to exceed the 1,000 square feet. So the recommendation would be to approve it.
I just had a procedural question on this one. So it looked in the packet as though the existing accessory buildings already exceed 1,000 square feet. So do we have to do that again to, do we have to do that again? I guess the answer must be a yes, but I just wasn't sure procedurally how that.
Taking all the ones that are there and giving them a blanket exception
Okay.
for all, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Should get a motion first to put it on first and second, then we can discuss after two.
I'll make a motion to
Okay.
approve.
Motion by Lampy. We can just,
I'll second it.
second by Krieger. Okay, now discussion. Comments? Okay, all's in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Okay. Section E, public hearing for 830 West Street, request for conditional use permit for an addition to an accessory dwelling unit exceeding the maximum height of 15 feet for an accessory structure under section 550/83C. Anybody wish to comment on that public hearing? Okay, I will then close the public hearing. Move to item F, review and take action on 830 West Street, request for conditional use permit for an addition to an accessory dwelling unit exceeding the maximum height of 15 feet for an accessory structure under section 550/83C.
Okay, this is the third of the three conditional use permits. The maximum height for accessory structure in single family zoning is 15 feet. The request here is 24 feet at the peak. This height also needs to be noted on the conditional use permit. So that would be one of the conditions, or the condition for this conditional use permit, to state that the maximum height of the accessory structure shall be no more than 24 feet. The recommendation would be to approve with that condition.
I will move to approve with that condition, but I will have a question once that motion is seconded and on the table.
I'll second.
Is it Lampy second? Okay. Motion by Krieger. Second by Lampy. Okay, and any further discussion on it?
My question, Mr. Mayor, for discussion is sometimes, when we've done these in the past, we've chosen a number that is just a little bit higher than what the actual building plans call for. So in case it turns out after construction is over that it's 24 feet and 1 inch, there's not an issue with the permit. Is there any reason from the drawings that were submitted or anything that why we should pick a number that is slightly more than 24 feet, or is 24 feet a, shall I say, a safe number to approve in this permit so that there's not trouble later in case we're off by a tiny smidgen?
Yeah, this is a hair bit more, but you can always
Okay, 24 is a little more.
add cushion if you choose, if you feel, yeah, but it is a little bit more than, yeah.
That answers my question.
So okay if it's an inch over is what you're saying?
No, their proposal is 23,
Okay.
10, 23 feet, 10 inches, something like that. So
So it's already built
we have a
in.
little
Okay.
wiggle room there.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. All right, next section G, review and take action on N8505 Highland Road extraterritorial certified survey map.
All right, this is a request for a one lot certified survey map in the 3 mile extraterritorial plat review jurisdiction for the city. Would be a 1.2 acre lot with access to Highland Road. Is in the airport approach protection zone with an elevation of 968 feet. That note has been added to the CSM. Highland Road is not identified as needing an expanded right of way, so the existing right of way is sufficient. We do need them to correct the signature page on the CSM to have the correct signature lines for the mayor and the clerk. So that would be the one condition for approval, a recommendation for approval with that condition.
I would make a motion to approve with the condition noted.
I'll second that.
Aye.
Aye.
Turn it off, sorry. Motion passed. Next section H, review and take action on N 886 Berry Road extraterritorial certified survey map.
All right, so this is another extraterritorial certified survey map in the 3 mile extraterritorial plat review jurisdiction. This lot is proposed to be 5.1 acres. It's for a new home. It is not located in the airport protection zone and is not identified as needing expanded right of way, so the existing right of way is sufficient. It does also need the correction to the signature page for the mayor and clerk. So that would be the recommendation to approve with that condition.
Motion to approve with the condition noted.
I'll second.
Motion by Byer. Second by Lampy. Okay, any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Section I, review public hearing comments and make a recommendation to common council on the Edgefield rezoning.
All right, so this is back from the public hearing. I've seen this previously. This is for the Edgefield plat to rezone 14 twin home lots from single family to 2-family. The condition of approval would be obviously that the final plat is approved by common council. So that would be the recommendation to approve it with that condition. There were some indirect comments about this. There were several the 3 public hearings regarding this at the council, and most of them were about the plat. And whether or not twin homes should be part of them or not was kind of the summary of it. But they were not directly related to the rezoning. They were more to the larger idea of the plat. So.
Section I,
I don't have the packet in front of me. Can you remind me what the motion is that's requested, please?
It's
Recommended.
it's to positive recommendation of the rezoning to common council with the condition that the Edgefield final plat is approved by a common council.
Okay. I so move.
I so second. Krieger and Kenizer. Second. Okay. All right, any further discussion on that? On the Edgefield rezoning? Oh, okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, next, and J, review and take action, enclave subdivision final plot.
All right, so this is the recommendation to council for the final plat of the enclave from Belinsky Homes. This is, you've seen this before. It's the comments from Jefferson County that they have no objection to the final plat. Belinsky Homes has not received anything from Wisconsin Department of Administration yet, but they may have some final tweaks to it. So the 2 conditions of approval, recommended conditions would be that the applicant shall obtain any required erosion control and stormwater permits, and that any further corrections from the Wisconsin Department of Administration shall be made prior to recording of the plat.
The first page of the plat does have some details on the vision corner easement. I would ask that an additional condition be removal of that verbiage and the detail as it's inconsistent with current zoning code for our vision triangle.
Entertain a motion. I guess I could do that too. Okay, I'll make a motion.
Motion is with the two conditions plus the third condition. Right, is the motion?
With, yeah, sorry, with the suggested
Three conditions.
changes.
I'll second
Yeah,
the
I'll
motion.
make a motion. Okay. With the stated changes. Right. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion passes. Move on to K then. Initial review and schedule public hearing. Text amendments to chapter 545 subdivision of land.
All right, so these are some recommended amendments to the subdivision of land, chapter 545. The first has to do with parkland fees. In situations where where parkland is not dedicated and a fee in lieu of dedication is required. Currently, the ordinance requires those to be paid at the time of building permit issuance. However, situations where some time has passed, it's not clear whether those fees have been collected or whether land's been dedicated. So the recommendation here is to change so that fee is collected at the time of the land division or plat is approved. And the recreation facilities fee, which is the other parkland fee, would continue to be collected at the time of building permit issuance. That's calculated based on the number of units in the building that is being built, so that couldn't be calculated until that time. The other recommendation for amendment here is to utilize the expanded use of certified survey maps that state statutes allows the city to do. Currently, a certified survey map can only have up to 4 lots. This expanded use of it would allow multifamily lots, up to 12 lots be created via CSM or 8 lots for commercial and industrial development. So all the text changes, the strikeouts are in the rest of the packet there. The recommended action would then be to set the public hearing date for these for June 3rd at the common council.
Any thoughts on section K?
Move a positive recommendation.
Okay. Motion by Krieger,
I will say, okay, good, yes, okay, I'm looking. Elise.
I'll second.
second by Talaga.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna have to do it myself for a second there, but. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, section L. Initial review and schedule public hearing text amendments to chapter 550/150 community entry corridor overlay zoning district.
Yeah, this is a correction to the amendments that were made last year to this section. It was discovered that there was an error in basically the introduction paragraph for this section. And per the city attorney, we have to go through the same amendment process to make that correction. So Van de Wall provided that text, and that's what you see in the staff report. And so the recommendation would be to set the public hearing date for that for June 3rd as well.
I would so move to recommend.
Okay, motion by Lampy. Second by Kenizer. Okay, all those in favor say, oh, sorry, any more discussion? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I lost my seconds, I think that is it, correct, Brian?
Yeah, that is
I
it.
tore
Now
up the
we're ready
second side
for
of using
adjournment
it.
too.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment then.
So. Second.
Thank you. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Okay. 454. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Bad, you're carrying the load for this side of the room.